Hamza, I was born, bred, and live in Mandera. I've been a grassroots leader. I was elected as a councillor for Mandera town in 1997 general election.
Mayor?
No.
Councillor?
Councillor first.
Which year was it?
1997, at the age of 24 years. And then re-elected in 2002 and 2007 and become a mayor, the chairman of Mandera Town Council between 2008 to 2013. And I live with the community. Even now, one of my family is in Mandera. My children go to school in Mandera. So I understand the challenge of the common Mwananchi in Mandera. And from the 2019 Kenya National Bureau of Statistics report, Mandera is one of the most poorest county, I think next to last. And the object and the purpose of devolution is actually to address some of these issues of matters poverty, because one of the parameters of social sharing actually is on a poverty level.
Absolutely. So
how do we speak to the poverty? That's one thing that I thought about it when I was developing my manifesto. And when we are told over 70% of Mandera people live below the poverty line, and in this community, you know, they are polygamous. They marry 2-3 families, and we have blessed with the young generation, the young population actually in Mandera County. So how do you expect parents who live below the poverty line to educate their children? That's one important thing I thought about it. It means only 30% will be able to educate their children. So it's not going to be enough to give everybody grant through business. It's not going to be enough to give contract to everybody to get out of the poverty line. It's not going to be sustainable to provide relief food to families so that they keep on living. So what I thought is just to support the education sector, especially the secondary school going children. And even the few who are able to pay the fees, they rely on livestock. And the few able who are business people, senior government officials, know they have already moved their family to Nairobi. So what is left in Mandera is actually average families. So because of the drought of in 2020, 2021, 2022, when we came in with the worst drought ever, livestock, goat, goats, camel, cattle lost over more than 70%. Yeah. And the families used to rely on selling animals to pay school fees. When the few struggle to pay, they rely on the livestock. Livestock is lost due to the climate change and the drought. During the period when I came in, the price of a goat is going to as low as 3,000 shillings. Even if they sell 20, they can pay a school fee. So we will keep on increasing the poverty level. We will not going to graduate people out of the poverty line. So what I said is, why not invest in this? When I do that, I'm looking at 3 things. One, giving everybody in Mandera an opportunity to educate their children. It should not be only be those who are able to do. Yeah. And 2, now that most of our livestock is gone, then instead of doing restocking, I do it restocking indirectly. By paying school fees, they will stop selling the few goats that are left. So at least the goats and the camel can now multiply, which actually came out very well during our tour. That's the third one. That's the second one. And the third one is we are borrowing Somalia. In our county, there are no companies, big companies operating in Mandera County. There are no industries. Even the few NGOs used to be there, they scale it down because of the terror threat from Somalia. We're going to have a huge population of Mandera who are semi-literate, because most of them drop out of school after class 8 with no meaningful activities that they can do within Mandera, then you can imagine the danger ahead. It's like we are sitting on a time bomb. It's better we allow them to go through secondary education so that they're able to go to university, go to qualified, and then the technical college. So we are looking at the issues of security, the issue of improving our literacy level, the issue of food, livelihood, because by parents not selling the few animals left, and then now they have something to live on. So that is one of the things that actually came out during our tour of last year and this. The parents said their animals have multiplied. And the price of our goat now in Mandera is 18,000 Kenya shillings. 18,000 from 3,000 in the year December 2022. Because, of course, it has other disadvantages. The people who used to do livestock trading are now complaining, saying the animals have become very expensive for them to do that business. But I believe it is a cause that is worth, and it touches everybody across Mandera County. Meaning everybody has felt the fruit of devolution. Most people believe that I don't say a lot. When I say it, I do it. That is one thing, one of the strengths God gave me. And during the campaign, and they know, they say, if it's, they know, used to call me Mark. If Mark says, he will do it. Because I've lived with them, they know me. So some say this is just, you uliharakisha, you didn't thought about this through, will it be sustainable, and so many other comments. But when we announced it in January in 2023, many people say, yeah, it's possible, it can be done, and we are doing it well. Yeah.
How much does Mandera County spend on free secondary education?
460 million.
Wow.
We started with 350 in the year 2022-23, and then because of the pressure, we could not manage. There are a lot of people, students who came back to school, so we moved it to 460. Yeah, now we're paying 460.
Okay, from your budget, do you think you're spending a lot on education?
Very much. So far, about 29,000 students have benefited.
Are the beneficiaries only from Mandera or also from other counties?
It's supposed to be for Mandera only. You know, we can't pay for everybody. Yeah,
I agree with you.
Even the infrastructure will not even allow.
True.
In fact, after we introduced the support for the secondary school, one of the challenges that came out is the issue of infrastructure challenges. Because of the large enrollment, where people came back to school, some even after dropping out of school for 4 years, some are married with children who came back to school, then the infrastructure could not support. So there's a bit of challenge on that, but we are managing it, and we have so many schools which are day schools, which can now students can learn from their homes. And only last year, 5 secondary schools again opened because of the demand in the space. So ideally, this program is for students from Mandera County, because we cannot pay for every student. But there is some cases where the neighboring counties of Wajir and Marsabit also benefited. So when somebody came and said they travel all the way from Marsabit and said they have brought 2 kids, I'm bringing them because I can't educate them, it's going to be unfair to return them.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are halfway now. We're left with about 3 years, about 2 years plus. What do people of Mandera expect from you?
One is continue supporting the secondary school and the Elimu kwa Wote, completing the ongoing water project, which is actually going to be a life-changing projects and programs, and improving health.
I know it is too early to discuss this, it's too early to talk about it, but do you think Mandera people will vote again for Mr. Mark? Looking at what you did the last 2-3 years.
With these programs, and being a person who is known, politics is local. Politics is local, that's the fact. and being a person who has been a leader even before devolution, being somebody who has a footmark in every town or every settlement in Mandera, I have no reason or no doubt that the people of Mandera will not going to vote me again. But I expect this time is going to be a landslide victory, not a very competitive one like the one I had in 2022.
And that concludes part one of our detailed interview with the county board. In part two, we will dive deeper into other county departments, highlighting the gap and exploring plans Governor Mohammed Khalif has in place before the end of his first term. On behalf of team, my name is Hamza Yusuf. Bye for now.